Our job is to report the news, not fabricate it. That's the government's job.
Well guys, more good news here, but first remember to check out Odyssey, a cryptocurrency-based YouTube alternative for exclusive videos that YouTube won't get, because they're going to get a sore vagina over it if you talk about the things that I want to talk about these days. In fact, there'll be a couple of them on there today at least. The link is in the description, along with my website and more. Anyway, Boris Johnson has apparently been near someone who's tested positive but decided to ignore the quarantine rules because he is above them, despite obviously bringing them in himself. I guess he's done this because he just did 10 days isolation, so now thinks sod doing that again. Imagine losing 20 days of your holiday due to rules that you've put in place. He can't be having that shit, so he's decided bollocks to the media and public outrage. I'm skipping my own lockdown to enjoy my summer recess. Showing yet again that it's rules for thee, but not for me, you worthless peasants. You better suck it up, cause Boris just don't give a toss. Of course, number 10 are running around saying that Boris was nowhere near the person who's tested positive, but apparently people who witnessed it said that is complete and utter nonsense. He was near the person or persons who tested positive and therefore should be isolating like everyone else involved has to. Now obviously, I personally don't care if Boris Johnson ignores isolation or not. The rules on it are nonsense that do nothing except fuck with people's lives. But as I've said before, what I do love is government hypocrisy. Every time these idiots get caught out, I fucking love it. Simply because outside of riots in the streets, it's the only way people will wake up and smell the bullshit. You guys must know by now that even if me or any other YouTuber got the smoking gun evidence to call out the government's bullshit, we could never get the information out to you. Especially not in a way that would make it hit critical mass and bring this shit show down in any way that we need it to. All the evidence tying names, dates, monies and corrupt politicians would be censored by YouTube, Facebook and much more within seconds. This would obviously limit the reach of it with mainstream media silence on it being enforced by Ofcom and the government. Anyone sharing it would get outright banned from social media just to keep the status quo. As it stands though, Boris and his deluded band of demented clowns waking people up with hypocrisy is the most efficient way of stopping this shit show at the moment. It's just a shame that it's a really slow fucking process. But as is well known at this point, you cannot teach those who don't want to be taught. You can show them all the evidence in the world, but until they're ready to hear it, you will literally be wasting your time. Breadcrumbs leading them to search for the truth themselves is the best bet we've got. Barraging them with information, even if you can prove it, never works out well. Give them the little bits they want and let them find their own way to the truth is what I say. Most people don't like to be led by cattle, they want to walk on their own. We obviously don't have the funds or the ability to propagandise like the government have done this year to make people be led like cattle, so we've got to let them find it on their own as I've said before. Boris Johnson ignoring quarantine here helps lead them onto breadcrumbs that the internet is left for them to follow. Then they will seek out the truth themselves as more and more are doing every single day. So well done Boris, you useless tosspot, this is just helping people to see that you're talking shit to them consistently.